Hey people, what is going on? Oh
Good
my
evening.
God, good evening, good evening, good evening. Matter of fact, let us check and see if this is good on Facebook because we want to make sure everybody is seeing this video. Let's see where we at. How are you guys doing today? I am Sexpert
It's Linda.
Lady.
It's
Huh?
it's tagging away.
Oh, awesome. I'm
No,
Sexpert Lady V.
Sexpert DH Black, the one and only.
The one and only, and we're Dvpassion. We are pretty much an awesome fucking couple. We are here to help educate adults about what
Sex,
sex,
kinks, and
kinks,
fetishes.
fetishes, and more.
So definitely you want to check us out weekly. We'll be back on schedule, and we'll be having some new interviews and a whole lot of new things going on. So definitely check us out. Um, how was your day?
My day was good. My day was good. I took some time out to enjoy the view. I took some time out to chill and I needed some me time. So today was definitely a me time day for a little bit. I've been working on some major stuff that some projects we're working on. So I'm excited about that. And how was your day?
Long.
Long? Oh
My day
gosh.
was long as. It's YouTube. Fuck it. They got cursing on here. They got everything like that. Anyway,
It was long as fuck.
it was long as fuck. So I mean, I'm happy to be off. I gotta go on half a day tomorrow and got an appointment. So that's about it. So,
I'm excited to see what this week is about to bring us. This new
mhm.
week coming. We did this show on
Last Thursday.
last Thursday,
Yeah.
and we had a phenomenal, wonderful, beautiful
Black
goddess,
Queen Goddess.
black goddess on with us. And she's one of our friends, a very, very good friend. So we decided to do a spicy topic for
Mhm.
our YouTube family, right? And this spicy topic is pegging. Now, I know y'all like pause, wait, TV Passion. Y'all just coming back after a while, back to YouTube, and y'all first topic is pegging? Yes, why not?
Why not? It's spring. It's sprung. So I mean, why not talk about pegging? I mean, it's something that's taboo. We know a lot of people are interested, but don't know either how to get into it, who to talk to about it. So we have the one and only Pegstress the Stallion, and she'll be talking about
Yes.
her specialty of pegging. So definitely, what were you about to say?
No, no care, baby.
So definitely, check us out. Well, check her out. Ask your
And
questions,
y'all,
comments,
she's
all of that.
gorgeous, okay? Y'all, she is
Gorgeous.
gorgeous,
Gorgeous.
okay? And I love her to pieces. So if you have any questions, so these are the rules here. Now listen, if you are judgmental, this is not the
This is
video for
not
you,
for you.
okay?
If you have issues with anal play,
Or saying the word fuck or
whatever
whatever else,
this ain't for
this
you.
is not for you, okay?
If you're not open minded, this is not for you. So
So
we already put the
we'll give you the disclaimers.
the disclaimer, so there won't be no. Oh my God, I can't believe y'all said that. Oh my God.
It-
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. Listen. We want you guys to sit back and enjoy. And if you like to comment in, there's a comment section. Hey, Abdul, how you doing, baby?
Hey,
There's
hey.
a comment section right there. All you gotta do is put your questions right there. And we're about to bring on my wonderful friend, our wonderful friend. Okay, our this is my boo, y'all.
I always tell her that I have a little crush on her. So
You got a little question on her? Yes, yes. He always says he has a little crush on my friend here, our friend,
our friend.
our friend. Would you like to introduce her? to everyone. Uh-oh. I had to take the tea, you guys. Hold on,
Take the
hold
tea.
on. Hold on. Let me I'm bringing the tea out. Go ahead. We're about to, oh, look at that sexiness right there.
We have,
Oh my. We
we
have
have the
the
vibrant,
uh-huh.
vivacious,
Uh-huh.
brilliant
Uh-huh.
goddess of the universe,
You
the
like that
one,
introduction?
the one and only Pextress the Stallion,
The one and only.
the one and only.
Yay! You see that? You see that whole introduction he gave you right there.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Z.
Like the outfit, like the hair.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You know,
Of
I put on the
course.
Barbie onesie, so I had to, do the Barbie ponytail to match.
Yes, boo. Yes.
It's great.
Yes, honey. It looks awesome. And I want to say thank you so much for doing this recap on YouTube with us.
Oh,
We
of course.
really
I love you guys. I
I
got
love
you.
you too. Oh my God, I love you. So you already know. And the thing about it, we did this on Thursday, and it was such a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And when I called you and said, "Hey, see, Instagram was they were hating.
Yeah, Instagram and their
They were hating.
censorship.
No,
They
Instagram won't let us be great.
Oh my God,
always
I
trying to
tried.
shut
That's
something
what I'm
down.
trying to do is just be great,
Oh,
and
let us be great.
they won't. And so we had to come back and bring it right here to our YouTube channel so we can make sure we're able to share this video.
It's a little bit more free.
And it's a little bit more free.
So we're able to talk about what we need to talk about without being blocked or censored. So definitely we're looking forward to everything you're about to tell us, everything we're about to discuss.
Okay.
Yes. And before we get started, can you, I know my wonderful husband just gave you the bomb ass introduction, but could you introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello, audience and everybody out there in Kink Freak Land. My name is Pextress. I am Pextress, Peggin Tha Stallion, and I'm here to help you become comfortable and also tap into that some of that sexual energy that you don't normally get a chance to tap into, or you might feel not you might not feel comfortable tapping into or exploring. This is the space where we're going to take some time and kind of probe and examine those things. So welcome.
Yay! Now, I asked you this question on Thursday, but I have to, because I know people are like, Peggin the Stallion. How did you get your name? And explain it to the people, because when I saw the name, I was like, damn, that's hot. How did you get that name?
Well, when we first met, I was under a different name, Mistress Thick, and
Yes.
going through being deplatformed and losing all of your social media platform and trying to retouch your fans, every time you do that happens, you rebuild anyway. So I had to rebuild, and I was like, when I came back to rebuild, there was like 20 something 11 million Mistress Thicks.
Mr. Thick.
Dominant thickness, thick in thick huntress. I was like, well, goddamn. When
Everybody is thick.
Yeah, thick with a K, thick with a CK, thick with a C. Like it was just like when I created Mistress Thick over 15 years ago, that didn't exist. In fact, when I remember my name when I created it, people was like, "That's a whack name. That's stupid." Thick means not smart or daft in the UK. So why would you name yourself that? And I'm just a trailblazer. I just knew, I was always body positive, and here we are. Fast forward 15 years later, everybody's thick something. Like everybody is thick something. So
thick grits.
So instead of fighting legally to try to, and also trying to rebrand with people competing using the brand that I created, I was like, you know what? Let me just create a new brand. Whatever I create is going to be popping anyway. There was no Mistress Thick back then, so I'm going to create something now. And I said Pextress. Boom. And then I was like, okay, now we got to have like a little, that's my title. We got to add the name. And
yes.
And that is how Pegstress, Peggin Tha Stallion was born. So, and now what's crazy is that this name is, you know, popping up all over Twitter and the internet.
Yeah.
God damn. But I knew that was going to happen because, again, you know, when you're creative and you are in the space, that tends to happen. So
yeah, I usually tell her, you're awfully imitated, never duplicated. So basically, somebody always want to imitate you, but they can never be you.
Oh, I be seeing the purple hairs popping up.
Definitely.
And the lady spelled Laydee, and there's only one Lady V.
I'm like, who?
Okay.
Purple
I'm like, purple hair just popping up everywhere. I've been wearing purple hair for the past 6 to 7 years. And I started wearing purple hair from one of my friends. She ordered from me and was like, I think you will look hot in this. And we were like, I think we were in the store, and she was like,
oh, forget about me.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you need to wear purple hair. No.
Look, and he's like, I'm a pivotal part of that process.
Yes. He was. But it was to the point where I was like, okay, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, no, coming from a church background, you know, a Pentecostal holiness, you know, I was used to wearing just mild colors, nothing too bright, nothing too sharp to bring attraction to me, right? However, I said, fuck all of that. Listen, when I put that purple on and I saw how it flowed and how my hair flowed and the confidence I had with it, I was like, oh, I can't turn back now.
It looks beautiful on you, by the way.
Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you so much. I was like, I cannot turn back now. This is where it's at. And yeah, it's my brand. It has become my brand, and everyone has become familiar with the purple. So when people don't see me with purple, they're like, hey.
Which is rare.
Is very rare. It's very, very rare you don't see it.
One day she was walking to the she was going to the store.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, Lady V. And I was like, see, I told you. I was like, you can't be walking out like that. Somebody gonna be like, what?
It has become a part of my signature brand. For sure. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Welcome.
So how did you get into pegging?
Because that's the topic of the hour.
That's the meat and the potatoes. How did you get into pegging?
I have been enjoying pegging. My very first pegging experience was in 2009. That was my very first time pegging. I had been a professional mistress for maybe 4 or 5 years prior to that. And I met this sub and just engaging with him. And he's like, you know, I want to get fucked in the ass and I want to do it on webcam. And I was like, hey, that's something on my bucket list. Let's do it. Let's make that happen. And just kind of frame how long ago this was, we got on Yahoo Chat.
Oh, Lord. I remember Yahoo Chat, man.
And we streamed for one of the BDSM fetish chat rooms that existed on the chat circuit back then. And it was love at first fuck. That experience and me being taken out of the normal position of receiving dick and being placed in the position of now delivering the dick. And it's just been a journey and a passion of mine ever since. Literally a passion. You can hear and see and like you can be like you just talking to me about it. You like, yo, I could tell you like that shit too much.
Right.
And I'm like,
you have years and years of experience. So let's tell our audience. So you've been in like relationship kink and relationship coaching for 14 years, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And you've been pegging for at least 17 years.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I have been a mistress for 17 years. So yes, I started as a lifestyle mistress, playing online on AOL.
Hey, AOL.
You said AOL.
I'm back to dial-up. That's what.
Oh, you bringing us all the way back.
This is real. Like that's
what
how
I mean.
Used to mistressing. There wasn't this elaborate club event that I went to and I was turned out on the kink. Nah, I was one of these people on the internet looking for some nasty shit to get into on the internet when it was dial up, and I found BDSM and kink, and I found being a mistress, and I embraced being a mistress, and I was already doing webcamming, on the side as adult work anyway. So it wasn't a stretch or a reach. I was already encountering people in my space who were interested in fetish, who were fetish oriented and had experience. So it was just like a natural progression to go into fetish. So being a mistress for 17 years, you start with the things, at least me, logically, I started with the things that just drove me, that just made my pussy wet, that just flooded the basement. So those are the things that I fixated on first. And as you meet people and as you engage with them, they bring their interests to the table. And while you're negotiating, you see if your interests align, and then they say something, you're like, whoa, I've been wanting to try that, but I didn't even think about that. So that's really how pegging came about in my life, with a submissive. And then after being with that submissive, there were instances where I was playing with dildos, but I wasn't pegging because I hadn't gotten there yet and I didn't know what to do, but I was using dildos and anal play with some of my swing partners because I've been a swinger since 2006, 2007. So yeah. Yes. The world unite. And so it just, like I said, pegging was just a natural progression. And even with anal play and playing with dildos with my partners, my swing partners at that time, none of them really wanted to explore being fucked in the ass. Like they wanted their ass played with. They wanted me in their ass, but they didn't want to get fucked because there's all of this. And now, being an instructor, I understand there's all of this negative thinking around a male being pegged or fucked in the ass or enjoying any type of anal pleasure. There's a huge stigma in society, and it's a lot of men struggle internally with this. They naturally want to explore, they want to play, but they struggle with what they've learned in religion, what their parents told them, what they heard in school, what their homies going to say. So I spent a lot of time teaching people to enjoy your body. There's no sex act between man and woman that defines your sexuality, your sexual or your sexual identity. Your sexual identity and your sexual orientation, are two different things, and people need to understand. Just because my sexual identity is male or female doesn't mean that I am attracted to cis males. That my sexual orientation means who I'm attracted to, so who I want to fuck. And just because I'm a cis male doesn't mean I'm attracted to cis females. So I think a lot of what I do when it comes to pegging, to just really get people to open up about the dialogue, is try to dispel and break a lot of these misconceptions around gender, around sexual orientation, and around sexual identity.
Now, question, because I know people are sitting here listening to us and they're really enjoying this, because I'm enjoying this. And we're going to get to your question, Abdul. I got you, baby. But my question,
because I don't know how to maneuver this, and I don't want to lose y'all. So.
I got you. I got you. You don't have to worry about anything. You are all good. I already put your website in the chat, so anyone that wants to get to the chat, they got it right there. Now, for those who may not be as advanced as we are, right? And they're kind of new to this, right? What is the definition of pegging?
My definition is one person penetrating another person with a strapped on phallus. So the phallus could be strapped on anywhere. Doesn't necessarily have to be on my pelvis, because I actually own strap-on harnesses for the leg, for the thigh,
Yes.
for the abdomen.
High five. Yes.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be around the pelvic area. And it's really just one person penetrating another person with a phallus. That's
So
what
that could
pegging.
be male or female.
Is it male or female? So, and that's another misconception. Pegging is not only associated with lesbian sex. Just because mainstream media polarizes that imagery of two women, and they associate pegging and strap-on sex with lesbian sex. Lesbians not the only ones that are enjoying pegging sex or can enjoy sex.
Exactly.
Two men can enjoy pegging sex. A female can enjoy pegging a male.
Yes.
A male can actually peg his female.
A female. Facts.
And I'm talking about with the dick that you was born. They make strap-on harnesses for you, homie. One where you could put your real dick through. There's another hole for you to put the fake dick through. So now if you got your little John and she want to get double penetration, but she don't want to bring another dude in, you can get penetration with a strap-on harness.
Facts. Would you educate? Yes. Now you want to ask Abdul a question?
Can you make a man come from pegging by hitting his prostate? Have you ever done it?
Yes and yes. So yes, you can stimulate a prostate orgasm without pegging sex, just with anal insertion of two fingers. It's called milking. You can actually milk the prostate. I like to call it joystick finger. So you know, up, down, left, right, up, down. Yeah. So you're in there, you're like boop, 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 So yes, you can stimulate an orgasm without any contact to the penis, strictly from being penetrated anally and prostate stimulation, both with digits or with a phallus or being strapped on or pegged. So yes.
Now, go ahead, baby.
So do you find your clientele, diverse as far as is it more Caucasian than black men, than more Asian or whatever? Are you the UN? Are you internationally? Like,
so my dick is an equal opportunity fucker.
Okay. Anyone can get it.
Yes, anyone can get this dick. And you know, I fuck people. So that's the first thing I want to say about pegging sex. And the second thing is that when I started this, I'm going to be completely candid and honest with you. The majority of my partners, maybe 85 to 90% of them, were non-Black.
Okay.
I feel now, in the era that we're in with social media, and you know, we have voices, Black voices in kink and in sex, and people are able to see themselves or see the potential of themselves through these other individuals like yourself, and they are feeling the courage and the strength to go out and explore, and the freedom, because Black people, brown people, people of color have not had the freedom to explore their sexuality unencumbered, meaning without the hyper sexualization of non-Black influence, because we live in even though the majority of the population of the world is non-white, we live in a non-Black world. Yeah. And the reality is that the media that surrounds our imagery is hypersexual. It a lot of times has negative connotations. A lot of times it's built on stereotypes and negative imagery for us. It's just negative and toxic imagery for us, and you know, doesn't teach us or people, doesn't teach us how to heal, doesn't teach people how to be around us and engage with us authentically.
Yeah, because it's like you find like certain things is taboo in our community. And if you do like a Google search, Bing search, like you try to search certain things up and you don't see our people or people of color to kind of relate to. So it's good that we, like you said, you have ourselves and people like you and Ty and everyone in our tribe and the sexpert community who are of people of color. So it helps us kind of relate to each and every one of our people.
Now, do you feel that more guys would be open to the idea of pegging if their spouse was open to the idea? So, like in the sense of, say, for male, female, right? You know, I feel like if we as females would be open to the idea of pegging or at least having the conversation, more guys would be open at saying this is what I like with their mate or with, whoever. Hey.
I agree. So sometimes us women of color have, and I'm not even going to limit to women of color. I'm just going to say women. We can attack a male sexual identity because he wants to explore. We will be like, why you on that gay shit?
Yeah.
And we will indirectly or directly threaten their sexual identity, challenge their sexual identity. So if they're clearly projecting that they're male and masculine, and just because they want to engage in a specific sex act does not change their sexual identity. That stays the same, that's static. And what happens with men is once they encounter that one partner that does that weaponizes the interest and excitement of anal play, they like shut down and close off. And they because I'm not even gonna lie, like I have been in the past before engaging in understanding anal sex, and I've been ignorant. I'm just gonna be honest. I've been an ignorant human being in the past, and I have said things to challenge a male sexual identity because I know like that's going to fuck with him, but also in like I wasn't as grown up as I am now and understand.
The age comes with maturity.
Yes, I've matured. And I used to say stupid shit like that. I can recall in my head, being younger and encountering people who were curious about anal play, and I immediately associated it with homosexual activity. And again, this is not even a black-white thing. This is a heteronormative thing. This is what heterosexual people do when we're could be not comfortable with our own sexual identity. We're still finding, and we don't understand our sexual identity, or we don't understand the sexual identity as someone is presenting to us. So these are all responses that I've learned over now as with a mature mind. I've learned that people respond to these interests, and there's nothing wrong with the interest. It's really the person's choice and what partner they want to play with, what identity they want to project, and who the fuck they want to fuck. As their choice. And it's not my place or anyone else's place to say what's right or wrong. And us as hetero people, we've got it kind of stuck in our mind that heterosexual, cis male, cis female is norm. That's normal. And part of a lot of what I do is talk to people, help them understand that's not normal. That is what we have been taught.
Programmed.
Right. We have been programmed through religion, through media, through culture, that through this patriarchal perspective, this lens and misogynistic lens, that is what, and that's not the reality. So
because it's so much.
We're grown up now. We doing better.
Yeah, it's so much kink that's out there that like you said, people kind of shoot each other's kink down, and once that happens, it's like, okay, then now I'm just gonna sneak around and do it, and it's like, okay, you just yuck somebody's yum, even though that's your mate. That's when you want to have that pillow talk. That's when you want to have that, Okay, so what else are you into? What
Right.
else would interest you? That's a
What else you like
conversation
today?
starter compared to, oh, that's gay. Okay, now
You know
now
how
you ain't getting nothing out of me.
many
You know what? I'm not.
come
I'm,
to me and said, you know, I've asked them, why haven't you discussed this with your wife? You know, this
mm,
is the person you spending the rest of your life with. And their response to me simply is, I don't want her to look at me different.
that's
Facts.
deep.
No, I had somewhat the same situation recently. And the guy said to me, he said, well, I'm just not comfortable with being that comfortable with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what do you mean? Like, that's your mate.
You're
That's
gonna be with
the
that person
person.
forever.
Your life.
Like, me and hubby been married 18 years. Like, I want him to tell me everything, all his kinks. Like, let's do them. Like, I'm his number one supporter. He's my number one supporter. Why wouldn't I want to share all my desires with? Because I'm with this person.
Right. Well, people have a fear. They are fear of judgment
Of
and
course.
fear that what they like may turn the other person off or scare the other person off or make the other person look at them differently. And to be honest, you want them to look at you differently because what you're projecting right now is not really you. So that's
Exactly.
why they're going to look at
Right.
you differently, is because you're not showing or revealing the true you, your true desires, your true interests, the things that truly drive you and motivate you. You're keeping that closed off and away from your partner or spouse. So yes, when they tell you, they should look at you different because you're sharing, you're
You're sharing
enlightening,
something new.
sharing a
Right.
new part of yourself.
Like,
Yes.
oh
You
snap,
want
you
to
into it?
embrace them looking
Yeah.
at you different, like,
Oh.
oh,
And it
we
might be
going
something that
that
you might be interested
now?
in.
Okay.
Like, hold up, let's do our research, baby. What we gotta
Exactly.
do?
Like, I'm into that
Oh, and
too.
see what this okay, I saw that. Let's
And you
talk
know
about
what?
it.
And honestly, and even if it's something that you may not be into, you
Right.
just want to make sure you don't feel like you're judging your
Mm,
mate for them opening up to you.
Right.
So,
Or
you know,
give them any type of negative or toxic response.
facts.
They're being brave and they're revealing their true self to you.
mm,
And when you when in that moment you take the opportunity to damage or be aggressive or try to traumatize them, like that, people
mm,
carry that with them to the next engagement, to the next individual, to the next person that they have to talk to. And a lot of those individuals fortunately end up in my clutches, and I'm like, okay, we can't be like this. We gotta we
Mm-hmm.
gotta work this
Facts,
out.
facts, facts, facts,
I
facts,
know you
facts.
like being fucked in the ass. I like fucking you in the ass. So now that we got that on the table, we don't have to hide from each other. Pull your mask down, mask off. My mask is off. Like,
and that's
like
what a
you should say
relationship is.
mask off.
Pull
Like,
your mask off.
Facts, facts, facts. Now, Cowgirl, hey, DC4L. Thank you guys for listening. It says facts. They sneak because their mate is so quick to shut their desires down. And I agree. I agree. A lot of people, they sneak because one, they're ashamed in feeling how they feel because they probably think, hey, something is wrong. And
Mm.
it may
something's wrong
may
with
not be.
because she don't
And
like my shit.
Exactly.
and it's that deconstruction of masculinity. What is masculinity, and how what
Yeah.
you sexually interacts with masculinity. So I mean,
Yes.
once we kind of take
Yes.
away what masculinity is, we'll be fine and dandy.
Yes. I got asked a question in my last pegging class. I had an opportunity to present a pegging class a couple of weeks ago at the Naughty Night Spring Fling. And one of the people had asked me, oh man, I hate this. I'm having wee brain. The question is literally skating out of my mind as I'm talking to you. Okay, Spring Fling. Person asked me a question. The question was, oh man, I hate when that happens. I'm sorry. That's such a bad moment.
Take your time.
Hey, we all get them.
What were we talking about before that? I'm like, help me.
Okay.
What was the thought before that? I
You were
forgot.
saying you were talking about the
Oh,
conference.
masculinity. Oh, I got
Yeah,
it. I know what I
deconstructing,
they asked me,
deconstructing masculinity.
why do people think that pegging is gay or homosexual? That was the question. And I was like, I can answer that with 2 words. And I was like, misogyny and patriarchal perspective. I was like, those are the 2 reasons why people feel pegging sex is not masculine or associated with homosexual sex or gay, or that it undermines a male's masculinity, because for some reason, from the Bible through society through just culture, we believe that it's inherently female to be penetrated. And that's not true, because there are millions of females who are born who are not attracted to cis males and do not seek any desire to be penetrated.
Facts.
So just because I'm female and I was born with a vagina does not mean I was meant to be penetrated. So that is part of that way, that way of that misogynistic way of thinking, that patriarchal point of view or perspective that exists in the world, or that the world has been built upon, that we have to like break down every day, bit by bit, because that heteronormative response that we have ingrained in us because of our lizard brain is just going off like, no, that's not normal. Male and female is normal. Male and female normal. No, that's not normal. The only thing that's normal is 2 people. Period. Individuals or individual union. That's the only thing that's normal. Yeah.
And you know what? I always say you can't tell somebody how to find love, and you can't tell somebody what sexually desires they actually want. Like you can't judge them for that, right? And I like what Abdul said. He says too much. Go ahead, baby.
He said too much shame and not nearly enough education.
Fact.
So like the old adage says, once you know better, you do better.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Better with it's too much. It's too much knowledge out there for people to be either sexually frustrated or to be hiding or whatever. It's too much knowledge out there. So I mean, once you have the knowledge, and you do what you need to do after that. So
now, Cowgirl said, was brought it right into what I was about to say, is where do you begin, or how do you start the journey to pegging? How, like, where do you start?
Is there like a pegging university?
Is there a pegging university, pegging 101?
I did create a Peggers Polytechnic.
Okay.
I'm trying to push this message. I want to usher in a revolution of, reverse sex, reverse perspective of sex. Women you really need to enjoy sex from the perspective of giving. You've only been a receiver. You've only been a fucky. You've been a fucky your whole life. Men have been fucking you.
Join the tribe.
People have been fucking you. It's time for you to become the fucker. And you deliver the dick to a male or a female, but you deliver that dick, and it's such an empowering feeling. It's a feeling that I have chased, and I've like pushed on and tried to share with the rest of the world. That's really in a nutshell.
So all you're saying is the university is about to be made by you, and that's
I do have a polytechnic, but in the meantime, if you have a partner who is interested in it, or you have a partner, period, who's not interested in it, open the dialogue. That's the first thing. Communication. Negotiate. I tell couples this and just singles this all the time. You should be negotiating what type of sex you have, period. It doesn't matter that, okay, you got it in your head, okay, he gonna come over, eat my pussy, fuck me a little bit, and then leave. And he got it in his head, oh, I'm gonna just come over, slide it in, and then skate out. Nah, y'all both need to sit down and be
Me and
like,
me on
okay,
agreement.
starting with some ass licking, pussy licking, titty sucking, and
Yes.
then we take our
Yes.
like
It's a
that
step
is
by step
people
thing.
should really be negotiating their sex. They would enjoy it so much more. But instead, we rely on the unreliable body language, which we can't read. And we rely on our language, which a lot of times we're ineffective communicators. Well, the partner that we're with is not an effective communicator. So we rely on all of these other things when we should just, at the very beginning, sit down and be like, all right, I want my clit lick. I want my ass lick. What you want? Your ball suck? You want your dick suck? All right.
Yes. Yes.
So when it comes to, and this is how I feel about sex, and I want other people to start practicing that. When it comes to anal sex, I have an interest. Like, I think I might want to try someone playing in my ass, or I think I might want to play in my ass. And if you haven't tried, if you haven't taken anything in your ass, I'm also going to advise ladies, play in your ass. Know what that shit feels like before you start trying to shove it. And most of us know what it feels like, because we had one dude that be like, oh, and you're like, you're in the wrong spot, motherfucker. So most of us know what that feels like. But if you don't, and you haven't had that experience, I do advise you to put yourself in that position so okay, because it's human physiology. Our body, that is a place on our body that can create pleasure for us. Period. It's a pleasure zone.
Hold up.
So why aren't you exploring the pleasure zone?
We said it last week. Like, females have a G spot, guys have a P spot, right? And they have a P spot. So it's pleasure. It's nothing gay about pleasure. And even if it's gay, oh fucking well. Like, at the end of the day, it's about pleasure and your desires being met. You was about to say something?
I was about to say, so you just hit on something just a couple seconds ago about the pleasure and whatnot. But in order to take care of the pleasure, how do you clean yourself? Because we do know that it is a shitty situation.
It's a shitty situation.
And that's literal. So that's figure.
What's the process?
Literal. So yes. So this is, I'm going to say one word: preparation. Preparation. This is not an activity where you come home from work and on a Thursday at 6 o'clock, you're like, boo, it's time to get fucked in. It's time for me to fuck you in the ass. Like, this is not that activity.
That's not
this
it.
is the activity where you're planning, like, okay, you off on Wednesday? Yeah, I'm off on Wednesday. Okay, on Wednesday, I need you to come home, because when you come home, we're going to administer this enema. And we're going to clean you out on the inside so I can try to explore some anal play with you. So this is the first thing that is paramount, is preparation. If you fail to properly prepare, you risk ruining your dynamic. You risk ruining the experience. You risk traumatizing the other individual. You risk embarrassing the other individual, like all kinds of bad stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. And I really polarize this message, is because I have had that experience numerous times where the person wasn't properly clean, and it ruined the experience for me. It took me out of the headspace. It had left them embarrassed. You know how embarrassing that is, that, you as an adult, and another adult tells you to go clean yourself, and then come back and you're not clean. Like, that's embarrassing. And then it be shit, literal shit like that. That's an embarrassing situation for not only the person, for both partners, just period, both partners involved. It's an embarrassing situation for both partners involved. And you can save yourself all of that if you just prep. So enemas are the number one way to prep that booty. If you don't have an enema, you can get one from CVS, Walgreens, Fleet, CVS brand
Walmart.
I use. If you're too sensitive or overly sensitive to the laxative, I've actually had a few people react badly and their stomach get upset from the laxative in the Fleet. I have actually used water bottles. So they make douche bottles, and they actually, the old school hot water bottle that your mama had hanging up in the bathroom, that is what that is used for. You fill that up with some hot water and a tablespoon of salt, shake it up, and you clean your inside. You can do that while you're right in the shower. And now they even make irrigation tools that you can actually screw onto your shower hose and use that your shower head and use that to go up inside and irrigate and clean yourself.
Now we got to take a pause for the cause, because some people are listening to this. Now, this is not the show. Look, this is not the show for your kids. So if your kids come by the room, go tell them to go somewhere, okay? This is an adult conversation with your sexperts, Dvpassion, and the beautiful, the amazing
Peggin Tha Stallion.
Yes, don't send me your kids.
Extras the Stallion.
Yes,
pretty much.
You gotta be 18 or older. I want you guys to be 18 or older listening to this conversation, because you're gonna learn something. But I want to make sure I put that disclaimer out, and we are going to give all our information at the end of the video, so you can find us, follow us, come to our classes, and enjoy. Now, have you ever had a bad experience?
Yeah. Oh,
this could be situations, right?
I've had so many so let my bad experiences be my bad experiences, and let me teach you how to avoid those bad experiences. I have had individuals leave shit on my dick. I have failed to get involved in the enema process. So all of my, and I'm upset that I missed this. The two people who are involved in pegging sex are called the pegger and the peggy. So my peggers, those are the people who are delivering the dick, and my peggies are the people who are receiving the dick. My peggies, yes, it is your responsibility to clean yourself, but my peggers, I urge you to get involved in the process and control the process. One, this is going to raise the intimacy level between you and your partner. Two, is going to raise the communicative level between you and your partner. I'm guaranteeing a lot of you with your partners do not talk about your bowel movements and, baby, are you clean yet? And let me stick a finger in your ass and see. Like, this is conversation and intimacy, a level of intimacy that you haven't experienced yet. So when I tell people that when they get into this, like, your intimacy level is going to raise, your communication skills are going to raise, like, you're going to be doing shit with your husband like you've been for 20 years and be like, I've never did this. I never knew what the back upper part of your balls look like when I spread your ass cheek. Like,
but it's true. You'd be surprised.
But it's real common. Like, this is real rap. Like,
that's
I've been
a real
with you for 20 years and I've never seen that view. How is that?
Ever. Some people don't like you going in the bathroom with them.
So that's why I get enthused when I teach it to couples. I meet mostly singles, but I get enthused when I teach to couples, because it is going to force you to be closer and more intimate, because you're going to be discussing bodily functions and things, a conversation that you normally don't engage with your partner, because it doesn't concern your partner, but this particular activity does. Yes.
Did you want to ask something as well?
I forgot what I was going to ask. So since that was a bad experience, what was your best experience pegging? Something that was like mind blowing, earth shattering, something that was like, oh my God.
Look out, she get happy when you see thinking about it. Look, she just had a flashback in her head that quick.
Like visual. Like,
and is it recorded? And is it recorded?
My best experience was what I call a girl gangbang or jailhouse style. It was like 4 or 5 of us on one boy, and boom, boom, boom. Tag you in, you next girl. Boom, boom, boom. Tag you in, you next girl. Boom, boom, boom. Tag you in, you
Is that recorded?
Is that recorded? Yeah. Oh, I'll see you Thursday before Exotica. Yes. We got movie night. Remember, we got movie night.
Yes, that'll be for movie night. So that was like that one. So yeah, the group scenes with pegging can be so fun. So one of my other group scenes, and this was really, really fun. We had multiple slaves and we only had 2 mistresses. So we had the slaves lined up, all the booties, and we just, one by one ran through. And so, got a little train. But those are my favorite experiences and my best experiences. And I plan on making a lot more now that I am helping to unite the pegging community and creating a pegging community myself. Because if you go to my website, PegginThaStallion.com, I have my own little pegging community. You can get involved. We can talk, you chat, eat, greet, all of that. And I plan on creating socials and mixers later on this year. So
you gotta come to Atlanta.
Yes, let's put it together.
Right. The first one
make it do what it do.
You gotta peg these peaches.
Down to Atlanta, because Atlanta, they be getting it in. I get subs all the time, like, coming to Atlanta to fuck me? Like, listen.
You trying to find some?
I'm trying to find a few subs. So send them my way. Let's talk.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm like, my friend Lady V.
Yes. Now, I love the pieces out of you. We met through Exotica. All of us met at Exotica, and we both are educators at Exotica. For those who don't know,
I'm one too.
I said, we all. I'm sorry.
I'm one too.
We all are educators. Are part of the Sexpert Corner as a part of the sex educators. Now, this is very important. What made you get into the education part of it? Because, we talked about the pegging and we talked about the fun of it. And we talked about, you do educate, you do coach. What made you say, you know what? Today is the day that I want to not only do the act of it, but I want to help someone else.
Well, I originally, by trade, am an educator. So, but before sex work, I held titles such as senior development of training and design, senior instructor, adjunct instructor. So I did a lot of corporate training, and now I use all of my skills with presenting. Instead of teaching boardroom skills, I teach bedroom skills. And that is really the difference. I took everything that corporate America taught me to teach them how to be better corporate individuals, and now I'm taking it and teaching people how to be better sexual partners.
Yes. Now, before we let you go, did you have any other questions before I ask people, how do people get in contact with us? Look at him. He is so happy that he is here right now.
So, are we still on for that little worship session?
That's an off conversation, off the camera conversation.
I put it out there. People without voices can't be heard. So.
I heard you was like, "Oh, you swing? Oh, we gotta have a talk." And I was like, "Oh." We ain't had to talk yet. We got to negotiate. I just said
we got to negotiate these
negotiate.
things. You know,
Y'all negotiate. I'll just show up. I'll show up to the meeting. How's that? There we go.
He shows up to the board
that's
meeting.
not how it works. Because if you don't perform right, I ain't yelling at her. I'm going in on you.
Yeah, see, Cowgirl
so much pressure.
DC4L says, please let me watch.
So much pressure.
Pressure. No, I definitely want people to get in contact with you for your services, what you do,
your social media.
So we're about to do a whole dive into our social media and where people can find us from, for now on. Okay. And now I would start off with one Exotica. We talk about Exotica because we love Exotica. That is we are a part of the Exotica family. So we love them. So you can catch us and all of us. Okay. All of us.
Yep. Next show, April 28th through May
1st.
May 1st. You can catch us in April. You can catch us in July in Miami. You can catch us in New Jersey, in Edison, New Jersey in October. And then December. You got December in Washington. And that is that's with Exotica platform. Now we're all on other platforms. So share with community. How can they find you?
Oh, the best way to stay in touch with everything that I do is PegginThaStallion.com. And on there, you can find all of my fan sites. You can find all of my upcoming classes. You can find where I'm going to be traveling to next. You can find all of my social media links. And that would be where I would direct everyone. PegginThaStallion.com. Boom, boom, boom.
So are you also, for everyone out there, are you looking for subs, and how can they apply and offer you a tribute of subbing?
Well, okay. So I am, what's the word? I'm exclusive. So those hitting me up and be like, Mistress, I want to book you. You can see me at an Exotica. You can, how about that? Buy a ticket to a show, come to my booth. You can do that. You can sign up for my OnlyFans. We can have a video chat. We can have a FaceTime. But yeah, to get me in person, you could buy video or you go on one of the clip sites. But to get me in person, to feel this dick, I'm not leaving my house for less than 1.5K. So don't even think, if you gotta ask me.
Wait.
5K, 1,000.
1.5K.
Book me. So don't contact me. Be like, oh, I want to know what my budget is. If you got a budget, you can afford me. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I need to raise my prices. See, you know what?
You have a budget.
We're about to do a whole budget restructuring.
I'm not trying to be rude. What it is about accessibility. I am heavily out there on the internet now. I'm heavily out there on a national tour now. Like, you have so many other ways to access me if you're trying to access. And then in addition to that, I have my own slaves. I got my own film subs and my own submissive and my own stable. So I don't have a need to take on all of y'all motherfuckers, not even for money, because I'm good. Well, how would I make in just online? Not even seeing none of y'all motherfuckers. So if you want to see me, hey.
Oh my God.
You coming off racks. You coming off racks. The days of $300, $500 for an out. I'm training those mistresses how to peg you. That's who you go out there and book for that. But if you come into the expert, no, you coming off racks. This is not, we're not doing that 2022. We know our value.
Now I have one question that one of our listeners and readers asked about, and I forgot to bring it up. So I'm going to bring it up real quick before we give all of our information out, right?
Okay. So
chastities. Let's talk about them.
It's so crazy because I don't know. Can I show one?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Yes.
Like
This
this shit is like literally, because this is where right now where I'm at is where I film. So I got like 5 or 6 different chastity advices like floating around this space right now. And as you said that, I was like, oh, boom.
So explain to our viewers, what does that chastity do and how do you use it?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite things to incorporate with pegging sex. We mentioned that with pegging sex, or any type of anal stimulation, there is a gland between the rectum and the penis that is called the prostate. It's about the size of a walnut. And upon penetration, it can be stimulated and cause you to have a wonderful, excellent, phenomenal ejaculation and come so hard. So I like to use that's without even touching your dick. So I like to use chastity because chastity will actually lock their penis up. So now I cannot stimulate their penis via touch. And it takes the focus off of, because men, you're penis centric, you're phallic centric. Why? Because you was born with this. This is where your pleasure comes from. So like if I do this, it's gonna make it feel good. So
exactly.
To disassociate the mind from that and change the body response, or change the mind and the association between the mind and the body response, I incorporate chastity, which eliminates them from being able to stimulate themselves from touching or any type of physical contact. So now they are reliant on the physical touch of the dick to stimulate their ejaculation.
I love it. I am so, if I ain't never told you, I love you as a person, as an educator, not only as an educator, but as one of my friends, like our friends. Like you explain it so well that the average person would be like, you know what, how can I sign up? You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm sold.
Like I'm sold.
Give me whatever you
Give me whatever you got. I want it all.
Yo, it's easy to do it when you love it. I love all of this shit. So like, it's just like you can feel the passion. Like it just comes out. It's just there. It's just like, yo, we gonna do this. I'm your homie. I'm your coach, and we gonna peg it.
Yes.
Pegging.
And we definitely appreciate you taking out the time to stop by and talk with us. And you are awesome. And I can't wait to sit in on your class. I have sat in on your class before, and I can't wait for Chicago. We educators like to support each other. So I can't wait to get into your class and to see everything that you're offering in the future, and all the good future stuff.
Good future.
Thank you. Yes, Chicago, here I come. Y'all didn't get me last year. So this Chicago is this is the only market that I'm actually gonna run the class from last year in this market. All right, because Chicago didn't get Unlocking Your Pegging Pleasure. They didn't get any classes from me because I didn't join a board. I was at the Chicago show, but I wasn't part of
the Chicago part. Yes.
Chicago part. So it wasn't until we got to Miami that I began presenting with the show. So yeah, Chicago, I'm coming for you. I got you. I got y'all.
Yes.
Windy City, I got y'all.
Exotica. Yeah, if y'all have not got your tickets, go get your tickets. Okay.
And it's no excuse, because ladies are free.
Ladies are free on Friday.
So get your dude. He let him buy the ticket.
Face sitting.
And we teaching face sitting. So y'all getting free. So definitely come check it out. Stop by the booth. Get
and also
get a book signing.
With everyone, listen. Y'all see this book right here? Let me get this book. Let me get this
that's good stuff. That's good stuff right there.
You hear this? This the dichotomy of ladies The Buy in Me. This is my baby, you guys. And I will love your support. If you can go to Amazon, you can go get your copy. It's on Amazon Prime. If you want a signed copy, hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on my
Twitter.
Facebook. Instagram is Dvpassion. But this right here, you're not going to want to put it down. Okay, it's a page turner and it's a good ass book. And guess what? It's on my life and me finding my bisexuality. So it's not a how-to guide, but it's just showing you how I found my bisexuality and living freely in my bisexual world. Okay. Also, if you love this video and you enjoyed everything, well, first, before we even say that, we appreciate you and we thank you so much for stopping by. And I'm gonna talk to you on the side, but I'll be right with you, okay?
Did we have another question? There was one person you mentioned.
Oh, wait. Let me see.
And you said you was gonna come back and give all of our social media out. I don't want to leave nobody hanging.
Yes. No, said I read it and it was a wonderful read. Thank you so much. Yes. And we got all the social media. Y'all already know. Give them your website one more time.
One more again.
PegginThaStallion.com. PegginthaStallion.com.
Yes. And follow Dvpassion, okay? And you want to go to Sexpert, Sexperts, Dvpassion.com.
Go to Instagram.com/Dvpassion. Twitter is Twitter.com/Dvpassionlove.
And Cowgirl just says she's halfway done and with her autograph copy. Yes, baby. Our Twitter is dvpassionlove.com. What else? My OnlyFans. Wait, pause for the cause. Wait, pause. Pause the fuck down. Listen. We both have OnlyFans accounts, okay? My OnlyFans is Lady V, LAYDEEVEE. And what's your OnlyFans, babe?
My OnlyFans is at Pegstress, so it's just PEGSTRESSS. It's 3 S's. So it's
SSS.
Yeah.
Great video.
Yes, go join. Join the OnlyFans. Join the content. Believe me, I can speak for the both of us. We're gonna give you this work, okay? So you definitely want to join.
You're gonna learn today.
And we love you. Thank you again for Peggers coming on and joining in with us.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. We want to say, you guys, your nut is valuable, okay?
And your orgasm matters.
And your orgasm matter. By any means necessary, get a nut. You deserve it, okay? Don't forget that. You deserve that, okay? So get a nut.
Check us out, like our social media platforms. Go to our website. Order some t-shirts, order a book, and basically take a little time to enjoy the nut.
Your nut is valuable.
And it matters.
And your orgasm matter. By any means necessary.
Get a nut.
Love y'all. Have a good one. And thank you for joining us.
Until next time, America.